Do you struggle with belly fat and nothing works to get it or keep it off? Then I've got news for you. Because no matter how many times you've heard you need to eat less and exercise more, diet and exercise will not work if you have this problem. This problem is a growing silent epidemic. Over 1 million Americans are dealing with it. If you're over 45 and have extra pounds that won't budge, if you want to bring out the slim, trim, bloat-free belly that comes with a healthy metabolism, but nothing seems to work, it's not all your fault. Do you remember playing on a seesaw as a kid? If you had friends like mine, once the bell rang, you'd make a mad dash out to the playground. And within a minute, there was one kid sitting on the one seat and the entire third grade on the other. Well, what if a new twist on this same childhood activity could be the answer for men and women over 40? To support a healthy fat-burning metabolism, boost energy levels, and maintain a slim, healthy-looking body for years to come. That's what new research published in the International Journal of Endocrinology is all about. A metabolic seesaw that either revs up fat burning or locks down stubborn fat onto your hips, bellies, and thighs. Now, before you file this under strange but true, if you're sick and tired of big promises with nothing to back them up, if you want to bypass hours, days, months, even years, trying every last weight loss trick, and if you want to get off the roller coaster that has you losing the same weight over and over again, you're about to see how a healthy fat-burning metabolism is not because of genetics, that it's not about the hours we work out, and how it's definitely not about choking down bland salads for lunch. However, nutrition is still important. Instead, there's an unusual reason behind the sluggish metabolism of millions. And for some reason, it's remained a mystery for mainstream media and medicine. Until now. So please join me for this new and exciting announcement while it's still available. If we haven't met, I am Dr. Holly Lucille. I've been sharing the truth behind the headlines for years on my talk show, Myth Defying with Dr. Holly. There's so much confusion about what works and what's complete nonsense that I do everything I can to get to the truth. So I hope it doesn't sound like I'm bragging, but this isn't my first rodeo. You may have seen me as an expert guest on shows on NBC, CBS, Fox, Lifetime, and the Discovery Health Channel. Oh, and I've been a special guest on The Doctors, and I had a ton of fun with that one. It may look easy, but it's darn near impossible to get on these shows. Producers invite me because I get to the bottom of all of the jargon, and I say it like it is. And when it comes to burning fat, there's a strong chance you've heard all about metabolism. That's what a lot of patients come into my office asking. Dr. Holly, how can I get a faster metabolism? Or they come in and drop 10 bottles of pills on my desk. In the end, they all think there's some secret they don't know. And that's where I stop the conversation cold and tell them about Angela. See, I met Angela back in 2017 at my clinic in West Hollywood, California. That's where I help people who can't seem to figure out why the conventional Western advice isn't working for them. And as the past president of the California Naturopathic Doctors Association, my life's mission is to make safe naturopathic healthcare available for everyone. Through my work, I was awarded the SCNM Legacy Award for my contribution to the advancement and development of the field of naturopathic medicine. So at 47, as a mom of 3 teenagers, Angela was at the end of her rope, and she was in the right place. She tried fad diets and detoxes, juice cleanses, she bought exercise equipment, joined fitness classes with people half of her age, and even started speed walking around the neighborhood every night. But on this particular day, she's in my office bawling because nothing seems to work. After gaining and losing the same 20 pounds over and over again, and after cutting calories, doing cardio, lifting weights, and feeling like the scale was laughing at her, I told her something completely different than anyone else had. I said, I think it's great news that nothing is working. I could see she was visibly confused. So I explained. I think everything your body is telling you is a call for help. And the good news is, I know how to help. Now, most doctors have a very generic way of looking for solutions. It's not their fault. The majority of education simply avoids alternative methods altogether. And it wasn't any different for Angela. Doctors always jump to the type 2 diabetes conclusion almost immediately. They quickly draw blood to see what your fasting glucose is, They'll run a slew of tests for pancreatic markers, they'll look at insulin levels, and then recommend the same thing. You've heard it, I'm sure. Eat less, move more. Oh, and that'll be $500. It is true that to lose weight, you need a healthy diet and exercise, but it's not that simple, not these days. So when I don't do all of these tests, patients look at me like I have 6 heads. So I explained to Angela, if I was renovating a house, I wouldn't just look at the top coat of paint to see if it's a good idea. I'd smash through the walls, yank up the rugs, and crawl into every nook and cranny. If this house is going to stand the test of time, I better know what it's built on. So when it comes to metabolism, I go straight to the source. And this may sound weird, but if you want to end the battle against excess fat around the belly, bloating that hurts like hell, itchy skin, fatigue, bad sleep, brain fog, and all sorts of other annoying symptoms, you have to focus on the metabolic seesaw. Here's what it's all about. You've likely heard all about the gut, right? I mean the gut, otherwise known as the microbiome. It's become somewhat of a health celebrity on its own over the past few years. Just Google it and you'll get over 8.8 million results. So it's a big deal. And with all of the research, it's getting so much bigger. The best guess is that the average person's microbes weigh about the same as a mango. It's amazing. Thousands of different species and over 3 million genes, all packed into a colony that weighs just about the same as a ripe mango. And it's all right inside your digestive tract. But how the microbiome supports metabolism is even juicier. During my deep dive into why patients kept coming back with the same complaints, I got pulled into research about a surprising trend that slows metabolism down to a crawl. You see, most gut doctors talk a lot about good and bad bacteria. That's the standard topic. The good guys help digestion and energy levels and metabolism and all the fun stuff. And the bad guys, they cause painful bloating, indigestion, low energy, and slow down metabolism. But there's a part of this discussion that often gets ignored. For example, do you know the good guys can actually turn bad? It's like something out of a science fiction novel or an award-winning Netflix series, and here's why it's so critical. No matter where you were born or what you eat, 90% of the entire microbiome is made up of just 2 teams of bacteria. They're called Firmicutes and Bacteroidetes. Firmicutes, the bad guys, are actually quite healthy in moderation because they contribute to a slew of positive benefits. But just like my uncle who swears he'll use just a little lighter fluid this time on the grill, too much of a good thing can ruin an afternoon. And in the case of burning extra fat or maintaining that slim, bloating-free belly, too many Firmicutes means the body doesn't burn sugar, carbs, and fat as efficiently as possible. They sort of slow the engine down, which makes you burn less and store more. That is not good. On the other hand, Bacteroidetes are like little fat fighters. More Bacteroidetes also help maintain healthy inflammation that is needed to support a fat-burning metabolism. They get the fat-burning engine started and keep it going, and more nutrients get absorbed. And weight around the belly seems to fall off without much effort. So you might be wondering why I'm telling you all of this. Well, it's because Bacteroidetes and Firmicutes impact your metabolic seesaw. See, studies show how lean individuals have more Bacteroidetes and obese individuals have more Firmicutes in their intestinal microbiota. But there's another part of the story. A study published in the journal called Nature showed how it's not the amount of these 2 teams of bacteria, but a more efficient metabolism has a lower ratio between the 2 of them. There's a certain amount on each side, good and bad, that best supports fat burning, which is why I call it the metabolic seesaw, like the seesaw when you were a kid. You can balance a seesaw by having the same amount of weight on each side. But once the 3rd grade lunch crew comes running over and piles onto one seat, it doesn't matter how hard the other side tries to jump and push and force it. It just can't balance itself out, launching the smallest kids 10 feet into the air. And when it comes to the metabolic seesaw, or the fat burning ratio as I sometimes call it, No amount of dieting or exercise will help if it's out of whack. You can't force your metabolism if there's an entire army working against it. So it's definitely not your fault if you've tried endless fad diets, and it's not your fault if you spent hours on frustrating exercise routines, and it's not your fault if you can't figure out why fat sticks around no matter what. You're about to see the real underlying reason for a sluggish metabolism and what you can do about it starting today. But first, to give you an idea of how fat-burning ratio impacts weight gain, take a look at what happened when the fat-burning ratio got put to the test in mice. Scientists altered their natural fat-burning ratio. They added firmicutes, remember the bad guys, and they lowered the bacteroidetes, the good guys, and in other words, their fat-burning ratio got switched to that of a fatter mouse. The results were startling. Those with a fat-burning ratio imbalance became obese, while others with a more balanced ratio stayed slim. Now, that's in a lab where scientists can mimic changes in the human microbiome without needing invasive surgery. But this led me to the question, out in the real world, during our everyday lives, what could knock this metabolic ratio out of balance? And what can you do about it to actually restart its support of a healthy fat-burning metabolism? Well, over time, studies uncovered there's a significant natural shift in this ratio. In a study of Ukraine adults, the relative abundance of firmicutes tended to increase simply with age. In a group of 60 to 69-year-olds, the bad guys were 40% higher than in children under 10 years old, and the good guys were the complete opposite, about 80% lower in older people compared to children. As a result, that fat-burning ratio tended to increase with age. This means as people get older, no matter if they eat the same, work out the same, and never change another thing about their lifestyles, the fat-burning ratio starts working against you year after year after year, which is why it's not about cutting out your favorite foods or going on a crash diet. Nothing dramatic is required at all, and studies show this phenomenon proves itself over and over again. In a recent study from Japan, researchers wanted to confirm a real difference in the fat gut versus the skinny gut. And after dividing stool samples into two groups, separating the obese and non-obese stools, the results were significant and dramatic. The proportion of good guys in the skinny group versus the fat group was about 12%, a significant difference. And because those are the fat fighters, I'm sure you can see that's not what you want. And when you look at how it affects the fat-burning ratio, the guts of skinny groups revealed a 71% improvement in the fat-burning ratio. It was a mind-blowing improvement. I knew there was a real difference between skinny guts and fat guts, so I got obsessed with what we could actually do about it. I pored over the research again and again, and after a week, I was about to give up. But then I stumbled across a study that revealed a natural way to fuel bacteroidetes and starve firmicutes, helping to keep your fat-burning ratio balanced and creating a perfect storm for a healthy fat-burning metabolism to thrive. I was so excited and a bit nervous all at once because if this worked, it could mean the answer for thousands of women and men over 40 who struggle with fat that's not responding to diets, cutting calories, and constant annoying cardio routines. So take a second to imagine how amazing you're going to feel once your metabolism is firing on all cylinders. Fitting into your favorite jeans that hug all at the right areas, stepping out of the shower and realizing that you're not hiding from your reflection anymore. And the next time you run into your friends who you haven't seen in years at the grocery store, there's no more weaving through the aisles like a go-kart racer to avoid them. You just walk straight up to them, knowing you look and feel your best. And it's not only possible, I want to make it a sure bet for you. That's why I'm excited to share how a new biofuel discovery gently supports a healthy fat-burning ratio. And to help bring out the slim, trim, bloat-free belly that you want all along with it. It's a particular combination of nutrients that researchers in Canada showed can significantly improve this fat-burning ratio to that of a skinny person in just weeks. Not only that, but after 8 weeks, participants who were taking this special formula, they reported daily that bloating was not as severe. They complained of less gas, and their poops were more regular and consistent. Okay, now I was really excited. But I don't just take things for face value. Like I said, I go deep. So once I looked at the formula in the study, although there were some true all-star ingredients, there was also a lot of waste. So after digging into the research on each nutrient in the study and any others I could get my hands on, 3 all-star metabolic regulators stood out that could help support metabolism, boost energy levels, burn fat, and cleanse the digestive tract from the gross toxins. And it's not because of what they do on their own, it's how they all work together. These 3 metabolic regulators are proven to keep a healthy metabolism going, and they work great, supporting the weight loss efforts you've been struggling to achieve. So let me share what they are and how they all work together. Okay, metabolic regulator number 1 is where I first got intrigued because it's a nutrient group that particularly affects and rebalances this fat-burning ratio. They're called anthocyanins. If you haven't heard of them, I wouldn't be surprised. Anthocyanins are the pigments that make ripe berries dark red, blue, and purple. But they're a lot more than just natural food coloring. In a study published in the International Journal of Molecular Science on May 27th in 2019, researchers from Penn State and Purdue Universities teamed up to uncover a connection between anthocyanins and digestive issues caused by inflammation. The results were shocking. After consuming anthocyanin-rich foods, scientists reported elevated growth of good fat-burning bacteria such as lactobacilli and bifidobacterium species. Plus, another review of studies shows that anthocyanins can help maintain a balanced fat-burning ratio by positively influencing the diversity of good to bad bacteria in the gut. And get this, firmicutes, as we've said, the bad guys, tend to die off when there are high amounts of polyphenols entering the gastrointestinal tract. So it makes polyphenols a particularly metabolic anthocyanin, the perfect fuel that feeds Bacteroidetes and starves their firmicutes. And since maintaining this delicate balance of bacteria and nutrients is essential for a healthy fat-burning metabolism, metabolic anthocyanins from blackcurrant, acai berries, blueberries, and strawberries all work together as a metabolic regulator number 1. But it doesn't stop there because the next metabolic regulator is packed inside each of these berries for maximum metabolic support. You see, these specific berries are naturally supercharged with super fibers that don't add any calories. They don't cause blood sugar spikes, which can lead to holding on extra weight. In a landmark review published in 2020, researchers showed how these superfibers are able to support metabolism and a healthy weight by altering the fat-burning ratio. Another study by Hester et al. Revealed a significant decrease in firmicutes, those bad guys, and a monstrous increase in the Bacteroidetes, which are those fat fighters. And in the end, the fat-burning ratio dropped from 14.2% to 9.3%. That's huge. And this was from simply adding specific prebiotic fibers. But if your meals don't look like a rainbow, chances are the beneficial bacteria which live inside your guts are starving for these superfibers. And when you combine them with metabolic anthocyanins, you get maximum metabolic support. It's a powerful prebiotic fiber called IOS, and it's metabolic regulator number 2. And if I had stopped there, it would have been enough. But to truly support a fat-burning metabolism, you really need to take a triple-pronged approach. And since we know that balancing that fat-burning ratio needs help from prebiotic fibers and anthocyanins, which is a great start, the perfect way to round out this metabolic support formula is with metabolic regulator number 3. It's a unique metabolic probiotic blend that nourishes and replenishes the gut with 7 proven probiotic strains that work alongside the entire formula for a whole body metabolic refresh. Starting with Bifidobacterium lactis and Bifidobacterium bifidum, which doctors in Brazil recently tested in a randomized controlled trial. They wanted to know without a doubt if this blend, coupled with a healthy diet and moderate exercise, could truly help with weight management. The results were so incredible, they got published in the journal Obesity. Get this, on average, the group given a probiotic blend, including these two strains, had a greater decrease in weight circumference and overall body mass index, or BMI, as a group who didn't. That means they didn't do anything different than the other group. They just added these strains and got to lose inches as a bonus. And according to the CDC, BMI is an inexpensive and easy screening method to determine if people are underweight, at a healthy weight, overweight, or obese. So for anyone holding on to a little bit of extra padding, BMI can be a great measurement of progress, and the Bifidobacterium lactis and Bifidobacterium bifidum duo can help. The next probiotic included was shown in a study published in the Journal of Science of Food and Agriculture to help lower fatty acids, reduce appetite and food intake, and improve tissue response to insulin. It's called Lactobacillus plantarum, and it's my go-to strain for supporting fat loss around the belly for today and in the long run. And that's just a few of the strains I recommend. Together, these create the specific biofuel I was talking about, this biofuel nutrient combination that forms the base of my #1 favorite formula, Metabolic Greens Plus. It's a triple-pronged approach that helps, 1, feed bacteroidetes and starve firmicutes, helping to support a healthy fat-burning ratio with metabolic regular #1, metabolic anthocyanins. 2, supercharge metabolic anthocyanins with the prebiotic fuel in metabolic regular #2, IOS. And finally, 3, nourish and replenish the gut with 7 strains in the metabolic probiotic blend. That's the metabolic regulator #3. And as I mentioned before, through my relationship with Pure Health Research, I'm proud to share the only formula we make using this specific biofuel nutrient combination to help support a healthy fat-burning metabolism. More energy and less brain fog, smoother digestion and less painful bloating, and so much more. These 3 metabolic regulators, which include 42 superfoods and critical nutrients, are packed into every scoop of Metabolic Greens Plus, including a custom greens blend, which includes 7 metabolic energy supporter powerhouses, ingredients like spirulina, green tea extract, broccoli powder, and a red blend infused with 14 extracts bursting with antioxidants, polyphenols, flavonoids, and catechins that fight free radicals and support a healthy gut and immunity. These include metabolic anthocyanins sourced like blackcurrant, acai, pomegranate, and blueberry. A metabolic blend that's jam-packed with ginger root, bitter melon, and white tea extract. The digestive blend is loaded with gut-nourishing probiotics that help support a healthy gut, immunity, nutrient absorption, and other vital metabolic functions. And to round it all out, 5 critical digestive enzymes to help break down these fundamental nutrients so your cells can gain their rewards. Providing a tsunami of rich nutrients that work together, Metabolic Greens Plus feed your cells with the compounds it needs to help maintain balanced energy, healthy immunity, and overall well-being. And after seeing firsthand transformations of how Metabolic Greens Plus work for thousands of women and men over 40, I'm talking about good people who've wasted years of their lives on pills and body-jarring workout routines and almost every weight loss hack under the sun. These men and women are now watching in awe as bloating calms down and fat seems to just fall off and energy levels are much more balanced. And overall, they just feel more vibrant and alive. That's why I'm excited to tell you how you can get your hands on this unique formula today. Because with the help of the specific nutrient combinations inside the Metabolic Greens Plus, you can finally give the good guys the support they need for a healthy metabolism without fad diets like water detoxes that leave you exhausted and hangry, without starving yourself or cutting out entire food groups, without avoiding your favorite meals. In fact, you can start to enjoy food again and actually take pride in doing something good for yourself. You've seen the proven science behind the metabolic seesaw, otherwise known as that fat-burning ratio. You know this specific nutrient combination is only available inside Metabolic Greens Plus. So before I share how to get your own personal supply, let me ask you a question. What will you see when you catch your reflection in a mirror a month from now? I want us to be as honest and as truthful as possible. So I need to tell you, it would break my heart to see you miss out on the opportunity to see real change. Because the truth is, if you don't get your hands on Metabolic Greens Plus today, then I'm not sure what will change. I know how much of a challenge it is to follow strict routines. I built my career in the spotlight, so I can understand how so many women over 40 are becoming frustrated with looking in the mirror at bloated bellies that look like balloons, full of resentment at how their metabolism is slowing down no matter what new secret recipe they try, keeping fat stuck to their hips, tummies, and thighs. Hiding how envious of their younger selves they are, scrolling through pictures from high school and college with their slim, youthful figures on display, losing hope that they'll feel young, experience smooth digestion, or like how they look in their pictures again. Instead, imagine the pride you'd feel if you could walk right up to the group of your old high school friends knowing that you look and feel your best in years. You finally look on the outside like the person you've known is in the inside the whole time, and it shows. But what's most exciting is how you're no longer looking for quick fixes or dangerous fat loss hacks or crash detox diets. You know there's a better way. And how incredible would it feel to finally be you again? So on top of a healthy diet and exercise, with the help of Metabolic Greens Plus and the targeted biofuel nutrient combination, here's some excellent news. Because you've proven you're committed to support and boost a healthy metabolism, curb your appetite and cravings, burn more calories and fat, promote healthy digestion, and enjoy natural jitter-free energy, I've reserved the next batch for visitors of this page. But please know that we have sold out before, so you must act because there's a real chance we could run out of this stock again. Plus, Metabolic Greens Plus is so effective, the word has already gotten out. Women and men worldwide are discovering this incredible formula for themselves, and they're ordering 6 or more bottles at a time. That way, they don't just give their metabolism a little help in the short term, they harness the power of the specific nutrient combination month after month. It sounds kind of crazy, but it makes sense. Mostly because there's just so much research showing that when it comes to the ingredients inside Metabolic Greens Plus, the longer you use them, the more you can support your metabolism and the more visible results you can see. I love when I hear about women and men taking control of their lives. But of course, with so many people ordering multiple bottles of Metabolic Greens Plus at a time, and because Pure Health Research produces our formula in a small batch, unlike bulk supplements you'll find lining the shelves at places like your neighborhood pharmacy, this often means that we don't have enough in stock for all of the orders, and it can take up to 3 months for the next batch, which is why we're always at risk of running out. Imagine finally seeing that bloated belly shrinking before your eyes. Imagine digestion becoming smoother and more predictable. And imagine bouncing out of bed with endless energy. But then, when you come back to this website to get your next month's supply, and you see a big message in the top right corner that says, out of stock. In my opinion, it's not worth risking. So I promise to reserve the next batch for anyone who orders through this page. As long as you can order today, you'll be able to reserve up to 6 bottles of Metabolic Greens Plus. That means you can go ahead and stock up on 6, 3, or 1 month supply of Metabolic Greens Plus. So please order enough so that you don't run out. Each bottle will provide you with 30 servings. If you're taking the recommended 1 scoop a day, assuming of course you don't see out of stock anywhere on this page, the great news is that the more Metabolic Greens Plus you decide to invest in right now, the more you save. You see, while Metabolic Greens Plus has a suggested retail price of $69, which is an absolute steal in its own right, on this website only, you will be able to order a full 6-bottle supply for just $33 per bottle. That's 6 months of whole body metabolic support for just $1.10 a day. Our lowest price ever. Plus, to make sure nobody gets left behind, I'm discounting the 1 bottle and 3 bottle supplies too. It's not quite as big as a 6-bottle discount, but you'll still save $20 today. And if there's no out of stock sign on this page, it's the best time to lock in the savings while you can. And I don't want you to worry about any future charges either. This is a one-time order, so I've made sure that you won't be charged again unless you request more bottles. So please be quick. This batch will be snapped up in no time. So click on the button showing on the page right now. By the way, if the secure page takes a few seconds to load, please be patient. Whenever I make an announcement like this, thousands of people rush to the website, so there could be a stampede of people right now visiting this page and getting ready to place an order. Once you get to the next page, it will confirm if we have any bottles left in stock. If there are, please act quickly because this is a unique opportunity to finally see and feel what a healthy metabolism is like. You already know how the fat-burning ratio gets imbalanced, right? And how if you want to give your metabolism the support it needs, you must include all three metabolic regulators, making Metabolic Greens Plus a concentrated head-to-toe metabolic formula. So when you place your order, our fulfillment center will spring to action and immediately get your bottles ready to ship. It usually takes just 5 business days to arrive. And when you get your package, I'm sure you'll want to get started right away. Let's face it, it's already been too long that you've gone without proper metabolism support. So go ahead, take 1 scoop. After you're done smiling because of the refreshing taste, the first thing you'll notice is how you're not going to be controlled by cravings anymore. With every day that passes, you're gaining a more active, efficient, and well-supported metabolism that helps you burn more fat with less effort. And within the first month, friends and family may notice subtle changes. They wonder, what are you doing? After 3 months, you notice how you're not getting bloated after eating. You don't struggle with feeling blah anymore because toxins aren't bogging you down. And after 6 months, it will be almost impossible to imagine your life when everything you ate went straight to your hips because those days are going to be over. Let me tell you, directly from my heart, if you want to support and boost a healthy metabolism, curb your appetite and cravings, burn more calories and fat, and promote healthy digestion, and enjoy natural jitter-free energy, Metabolic Greens is your solution. It's the only product in the world designed with this unique biofuel nutrient combination, and I want to get this metabolic breakthrough to as many women and men as possible. So no matter what your age or what you've tried before, you could start to see a difference just days from now. You simply take 1 scoop each day and let it work. And before long, you'll join all the men and women across America raving about Metabolic Greens Plus because of their excellent results. Like this one person, I'll call her Lori, who wrote in to share her excitement after trying Metabolic Greens Plus for the first time. Lori raves, and I'll quote, "I've been steadily losing weight from May until December 2020. I had been stalled until I started using Metabolic Greens and I'm down a couple pounds. I'm looking forward to getting slim and toned as well as knowing my body is getting rid of toxins that are unavoidable in our modern day." End quote there. Yes, that's such a great outlook. And then there was Kimberly who says, "I feel better and look better than I did 10 years ago." You go, Kimberly. Or David, who wrote in just to simply say, "Excellent, allowed me to reduce my weight to a more healthy level." But that's not all. I want to make this a sure bet for your future. So when you try Metabolic Greens Plus today, you're also getting 2 free reports that reveal secrets for staying thin and boosting energy from around the world. The first one is called 25 Secrets of Naturally Thin People. And inside, you'll discover the secret reason why some people never gain weight, how they seem to eat whatever they want and they still look amazing, and how you can use their secrets to be naturally thin too. This ebook is worth $39.95 and it's yours for free. The second ebook is also worth $39.95. It's called 7 Easy Steps to Boundless All-Day Energy. You'll find out the latest natural ways to boost your energy and stay energized all day long. That's $79.90 in free gifts when you simply try Metabolic Greens Plus today. These bonuses are yours to keep no matter what you decide. And you'll be glad to know there's absolutely no risk when you order Metabolic Greens Plus today. Your satisfaction is very important to us, and we are 100% sure that our products are made under the highest quality standards using the best ingredients available in the market. And Pure Health Research is so confident in the effectiveness of Metabolic Greens Plus, the Pure Health Research 365-day satisfaction guarantee states that either you're 100% satisfied or guess what? You get your money back. so you can place your order safely, knowing that absolutely nothing can go wrong. It's as simple as that. Give Metabolic Greens Plus a try and see the difference it brings to your life. If you don't like Metabolic Greens Plus for whatever reason, just send back any unopened bottles. There's no hassles, no questions, no BS at all. Once our returns department receives your bottles, we'll quickly send you a refund. Place your order of Metabolic Greens Plus by clicking on the button below. You'll be taken to an order page to review your order and choose either 6, 3, or 1 month supply today. You risk nothing by trying Metabolic Greens Plus today, and yet you could start looking and feeling better than ever before. The fact that you can't get this formula anywhere else for this low price, and the fact that your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed is creating a huge surge in orders. So I'm not sure right now if we even have any Metabolic Greens Plus in stock at the time you're viewing this. If you don't see options to order Metabolic Greens Plus below, that means we've run out of inventory, and unfortunately, you'll have to wait until the Pure Health research team completes another batch. However, if you do see 3 ordering options, it means we still have some in stock. So click the button below now. The way I see it, right now you have 2 options. First, you can close this page and go on like we've never met. You can wake up day after day knowing there is a solution to help get a healthier metabolism, a slimmer figure, less bloating, and more fat loss. You can continue to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year on workout routines, memberships, cellulite creams, and ineffective supplements. And it's 100% in your control. But there is another option, and that's to try Metabolic Greens Plus for yourself. Grab 6 bottles today. There are 30 servings per bottle. So that's a 6-month supply, so you can really see how your body responds. And when it arrives, I'd like you to do something for me. Take a picture of yourself before you start adding Metabolic Greens Plus to your daily routine. Then start taking Metabolic Greens Plus as directed. The instructions are right on the bottle. They are so easy to follow. Give it a few weeks and see how you look and feel. Then, if you don't agree that Metabolic Greens Plus has made a real difference in your digestion, bloating, and metabolism, which will show up as less pounds on the scale and more pep in your step, if you can honestly say that it's made 0 difference, or if you don't agree that it works the way I said it would, then just send back any unopened bottles and we'll give you a refund. But I have a feeling you won't be doing that. You'll feel so good that you will want to continue taking it. And remember, there's no risk. You have full 365 days to see if Metabolic Greens Plus works for you. So please click the button on this page and start your order. Now, once you start using Metabolic Greens Plus, you'll probably notice it's working within the first week or so. Most people do. Your digestion feels smoother, you don't have a balloon belly after meals, you catch a glimpse in the mirror and notice how trim and vibrant you look. Now this all sounds great, I know, and some people start noticing a radical difference within a couple of days. For others, it might take a couple of weeks, or a little longer, but don't lose hope. It will happen. I call it the metabolic refresh. It's when your cells really start to respond to the added nutrients. It's when all 3 metabolic regulators start working and help to balance that fat-burning ratio we were talking about. It's when the anthocyanins, the prebiotic fibers, and probiotics are all being absorbed so your gut is able to burn more fat naturally, your tummy looks and feels flatter, and you sort of feel more vibrant altogether for the first time in ages. When this happens, you're winning the battle against a sluggish metabolism that packs fat onto your body. And now that you're taking Metabolic Greens Plus daily, you really start noticing a difference. From your energy level to how you look in the mirror. You can get back to doing everything you love in life. I can't wait to see your transformation. So go ahead, place your order. Choose the 6-bottle option below to get Metabolic Greens Plus at the best price. Again, you have nothing whatsoever to risk. Of course, I'm convinced you're going to see life-changing results and that your transformation will only continue to get better over time. In fact, there are thousands of women and men who are living proof. The bottom line is that the longer you use Metabolic Greens Plus, the better your story could be. And I've worked with Pure Health Research to make sure every bottle of Metabolic Greens Plus exceeds quality standards. Now, I want you to experience the best result possible, just like hundreds of Americans are doing right now. You're covered by our 365-day money-back guarantee, and I know that you'll love how Metabolic Greens Plus will make you feel. Plus, it's the most affordable it'll be. This exclusive internet-only package allows you to take advantage of our lowest possible price without worrying about increasing costs and/or additional shipping fees later. But please, act quickly and claim your bottles today. Click the button below immediately. I can't wait to hear your success story too. For Pure Health Research, this has been Dr. Holly Lucille, and thank you for watching. And wait, if you're still here, maybe you have a couple questions before placing your order. So here are some common questions and answers about Metabolic Greens Plus. The first question is about who this is really for. And that's simple. Metabolic Greens Plus was formulated for men and women who are sick and tired of struggling with stubborn body fat and are ready to boost their metabolism and energy levels naturally. If you've tried everything with nothing to show for it, it's made for you. And because of the savings and guarantee, you can get started for the lowest price and lowest risk ever. The next question is about the side effects, which makes sense because so many natural supplements are not safe and can cause truly annoying side effects. But the great news is that the ingredients in Metabolic Greens Plus are scientifically proven and safe, and there have been no reports of weird side effects, well, unless you consider a flattened tummy, less bloating, and smoother digestion weird side effects. This brings us to the last question. How will I know when my Metabolic Greens Plus will get delivered? And it's simple. Thanks to our tracking system, you can feel at ease knowing you can find your order at any time. Once we process your order, you'll get an email with your confirmation details. If you have any questions, you can also email us or call our experts 24/7 for assistance toll-free. So if you're ready to supercharge your natural fat-burning metabolism with the help of Metabolic Greens Plus and take advantage of this never-before-seen offer right now, what are you waiting for? Click the link or button on this page and start your order. Plus, when you place your order today, you'll receive our full 365-day satisfaction guarantee and free express shipping. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. Click the button on the page now.